Police say a man's entire family was involved in the murder of a Clayton County woman.
And now they're facing charges. This case is gruesome.
Police say it all started with the woman's boyfriend.
That's what police are saying. They say they went through statement after statement. They even went through jail phone calls. And they say this is why tonight they believe that Mikhail Edwards, his wife, his mother and brother all allegedly played a role in the disappearance of Brianna Winston. 23-year-old Brianna Winston was last seen on March 16th. And now the Clayton County Police Department says they believe she was murdered by her boyfriend. Investigators say on March 17th he went to Brianna's apartment where the two began arguing because he married another woman in secrecy.
She had confronted him after learning about his infidelity to her. He choked her.
From there, police say Mikhail put her body in a suitcase, drove to a man's house in Tennessee, burned her body. Then the two men allegedly disposed of her remains on the highway and behind a church in a cemetery. Police say they weren't the only people who helped cover up her murder.
It turned into a family affair.
Police say Mikhail's wife gave him her car to drive to Tennessee. His mother and brother allegedly burned his shoes and a pair of gloves to conceal Brianna's murder. All three are now facing charges.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit y'all another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely stupendous. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers of the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And now you already know what today is. Yes, today is Trifling Tuesday. And this story right here is hot off the press and it's very trifling. But it also goes to show you the nerve and the nature of some of these ninjas out here, aka Dusties. Now, also before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also I want to send my deepest condolences out to the family of Brianna Winston because it's very sad and tragic what happened to this young, beautiful lady, all by the hands of her baby daddy, yes, aka her boyfriend. Now, I know a lot of you all may have heard this story, but you ain't heard it like this. Now, this story right here shows you why it tells you all, and I keep emphasizing to you all that you must align yourself with the right people in life. Now, true enough, I know none of us know when our last day is going to be here. True enough, none of us know when we're going to go because it may drive us crazy. And that's the reason why we don't know, because to me, it's best not to know. But at the same time, there are always signs. You get what I'm saying? There's always signs, like I tell you all. When you're riding down a highway, what do you think the signs are there for? The signs are there to show you where you're going and how far you got to go before you get there. Now, as in the case of this story out here out of Clayton County, Georgia, this shows you that people are with you just because of certain reasons. Now, it may be for benefits. It may be because they need a place to stay, or it may be because you have a decent vehicle or you have good sex. People are with you for a reason. Now, it's up for you to find out what those reasons are, but sometimes it's way too late. Now, Miss Brianna Winston was tragically murdered by the hands of her boyfriend, her baby daddy, because that's exactly what he is. Yes, 23-year-old, tough-faced Mikhail Edwards. And the only thing Mikhail Edwards had to do was, guess what? Leave Brianna Winston alone. Now, also, from what I heard, Brianna Winston and Mikhail Edwards share a 4-year-old child together. Now, sir, how you sit up here and murder a woman who you lived off on for 4 to 5 years and who also gave you a child and who also gave you everything she had? And the only thing you did was went behind Brianna's back and married you a pie-faced ass woman. And miss, you had to know that Mikhail Edwards was married because guess what? He wasn't going home with you because the story says that
investigators say on March 17th he went to Brianna's apartment where the two began arguing because he married another woman in secrecy.
Mikhail Edwards was going back to the apartment where Brianna Winston stayed, where he lived with Brianna. So, ma'am, again, why would you sit up here, number one, and marry a man who's staying with another woman? Why would you marry a man who's staying with a woman and also has a 4-year-old child by that woman? Now, common sense would tell a logical thinking person this right here. Look, the way that you did that person, you may do me the same way. So if you're seeing a man living off a woman for all these years and they have a child together, but he didn't think that she was good enough to marry, what do you think this guy's going to do to you? He's going to do you eventually the same way. Now, for some reason, Mikhail Edwards, dumbass, chose to marry you. And the other woman's name is Brianna also, which is very strange in its own right. So that's something to think about also, because I understand that some women find it very funny. Some women find it challenging to take a man who's already with another woman. And then you wonder why bad things happen to you. And you also wonder why your relationship is not blessed. Now, the story also goes that roughly around March 16th, after Mikhail Edwards had married this other chick named Brianna, he came back, yes. He had the nerve to come back to Brianna's place And that's what an argument took place when Brianna found out that he was cheating, and also he went and married another woman behind her back. Now think about this also, family, before I dive deep into the story. The nerve of this man to sit up here, number one, live off this woman for 4 to 5 years, have a child by her, stay in her home, eat her food up, use her body up for sex, but you didn't think that Brianna was good enough, so you went and married this other woman. That goes to show you what people really think about you. So they say roughly around March 16, Brianna and Mykel Edwards had an argument, and that's when she came up missing. Now, the story also goes further when the other guy who helped Mykel Edwards dispose of Brianna's body told the police everything, and the police granted him immunity.
Investigators say they were able to figure all this out with the help of that other man who assisted Edwards. He was offered an agreement in exchange for immunity.
Because think about this also, family. How else was the police going to find out what really happened unless the guy who helped Mykel Edwards dispose of the body spilled all the beans? Now, look, I don't agree with the police granting this other guy immunity because guess what? You helped participate in getting rid of this body. Basically, a whole murder cover-up. Not only you, but also the other woman, Brianna, and also Mykel Edwards' own mama. Yes, his mammy, and also his brother. Now, Mykel Edwards, dumbass, got all these people involved in something that he done to himself. Now, the logical thing that a person would have done if you want to be with somebody else, guess what? Go be with that person. You saw fit to marry this woman, so guess what you should have done? You should have just told Brianna, look here, it's over with. Come back and get your little stuff, probably just a duffel bag full of stuff, and went to this other woman's house. Now, I don't know if the other woman, Brianna, had a house or not, but at the same time, that's your business. That's your burden to carry or whatnot. Because guess what? You chose to marry this woman. So the only thing you had to do was just leave. But no, you chose to take this woman's life after she confronted you. Now, they also say that Mykel Edwards had choked Brianna to death, and that's when he stuffed her in a suitcase and drove her body all the way to Tennessee, yes, to a friend's house. And that's where they put the body inside of a trash can, put accelerants on it, basically like lighter fluid, gas, and stuff like that.
According to Clayton County Police, she was choked to death, then put into a suitcase, driven across the state line, and burned in Tennessee.
And lit the body on fire from the afternoon all the way up to nighttime. Had Brianna's body out there burning damn near a whole half a day. Now, I don't know where they get this idea from. Maybe they seen it on a movie or whatever the hell else. But just think about that, though. Just think about that. You driving across state line with your child mama in a damn suitcase, knowing that you're going to dismember this body. Now, upon him getting to this place, his friend house that is, after they burned the body, that's when they dismembered the body. And that's when they discarded the body parts along the highway and also behind a church and also behind a cemetery. But it goes to show you the nature of some of these people. Now, it all came to a head, yes, around April 26th because the police only suspected Mykel Edwards of this murder. But it all came to a head when Mykel dumbass was in jail for unrelated charges. And a jailhouse phone call picked up him telling his wife to dispose of some gloves and also a pair of shoes that he was wearing to get rid of the evidence. And guess what? I don't understand why he did that on the phone or whatnot, but it's a good thing he done. So the police hearing this, they had enough probable cause to go ahead and dig deeper. And that's when all the truth came out. And that's when they arrested Mykel Edwards and charged the dumbass with malice murder. But at the same time, Mykel Edwards had his mom to dispose of the gloves and also the shoes, along with his brother. Got these two people involved. And you would think the mom would have been able to talk him down. No, you would think that the mama would have stayed out of it or told her son to do the right things and turn himself in. But no, she helped participate in this whole cover-up. So that's why her dumb ass is charged, along with the brother. And the only person who's going to get off scot-free is the guy that basically told the police everything that happened. But anyway, Mykel Edwards is charged with malice murder, and hopefully, the state of Georgia will deal with Mykel Edwards. But anyway, we'll break the rest down as I read a snippet from this story. I'm going to read a quick snippet from this story, and I'm going to give my opinion, all of it. Surely, as we go, Georgia family helps cover up woman's murder, says Clayton County Police. A damn shame. I mean, do anybody in this family, the Edwards family that is, got any damn sense? Because you would think at least the mama would have stayed her ass out of it. And ma'am, just think about this. What if the shoe was on the other foot and Brianna's family would have done Mykel Edwards the way that Mykel Edwards done her? And then one of her family members would have came and helped cover up that murder. How would you feel about that? It wouldn't sit too well with you, huh? I bet it wouldn't. But anyway, the man who was named a person of interest in the death of Brianna Winston has been arrested, yes, for malice murder. Mykel Edwards was booked into the Clayton County Jail on Thursday. He also faces an aggravated stalking charge. And sir, all thing you had to do was just leave this woman. Look, you already went and married somebody else. Why did you not go be with that woman? Because I don't understand. Why can you just be a man for once in your life and just do things the right way? And guess what? You could have went on with your life and your new pot-faced wife. Guess what? Y'all could have rolled off in the sunset together. But guess what, girl? Eventually, he would have did you the same way that he did the other Brianna. Think about that also. And now let's continue. The 23-year-old Brianna Winston was reported missing at the beginning of April. As the search progressed, investigators gathered enough evidence suggesting Winston was murdered. And it's a good thing they did, because guess what? You have people out here searching everywhere. You even had the grandmother on TV crying, pleading with the public to help. You pleading with Brianna to be found to come home. And guess what? Not saying it was in vain, because that's what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, think about this. She's already deceased, murdered in one of the most vicious ways by a man who was supposed to love her. But guess what? Everyone they confess out their mouth they love you does not necessarily mean they love you. The way you know a person love you is, guess how? By their actions. And the way that you could tell that this guy, Mikael Edwards, did not give a damn about Brianna is because one thing is the key. He did not marry Brianna, even though they had a 4-year-old child together, even though he was with Brianna for years. But guess who he did marry? This other woman who he probably just met. Anyway, let's go and continue. Brianna Winston's cousin, Jasmine Walker, said the family found out from a friend that Brianna was last seen heading back to her apartment where her and Mikael Edwards shared together. So after Brianna's cousin did not hear from her for a while, that's when Brianna's cousin reached out to the apartment complex and told them to do a welfare check. So the apartment going to go do a welfare check, they noticed the apartment was cleaned out, and they also noticed that the apartment had a strong odor of bleach in there. Now, family, let me ask you all this. Why do you think the apartment was cleaned out? And also, why do you think the apartment had a strong odor of bleach? To help cover up the evidence. That's why the bleach was there, and also that's why the apartment was cleaned out. So Mikael Edwards, sir, once again, if you could clean the apartment out and get it clean with bleach, why could you not come back March 16th, the day that you killed Brianna? Why did you not just come back and clean your stuff out and left this woman alone and went and been with the other woman? And guess what? Life would have went on. Everything would have been great. But no, what you decided to do, you decided to take this woman's life in the most vicious way. So simply, you could have easily just left. And now let's close up. And now in closing, the story says Mikael Edwards remained in the Clayton County jail without bond as of late Friday night. And hopefully, they will keep his ass there. And let me all ask you this. Do you think, since you all heard the nature of the way that he killed Brianna, do you think that Mikael Edwards deserved a death penalty? And also, what do you think should happen to his new pot-faced wife? And also, what do you think should happen to Mikael Edwards' mom, who helped get rid of this evidence? And also to the brother. And man, once again, you're supposed to be the mom. You're supposed to be the one with the voice of reason. You're supposed to be the one to talk your son into turning himself in. No, but guess what you did? You helped solicit in the cover-up of this whole murder. So naturally, all of you all should go down. But let this be a lesson to you all. Be careful of the people that you allow to come into your life, because everything that profess they love you does not love you. Everything that shines is not gold. So you all must remember that. But the nerve of this man, once again, to sit up here and be with a woman for 4 to 5 years, however long they was together, have a 4-year-old child together, and you still did not see this woman was good enough for you to marry, but you went and go cheat on Brianna with another Brianna, and guess what? You seen that she was good enough to marry, and you went and married her. But one thing that you did not do was go move in with that woman, go be with that woman. No, you still came back to Brianna, which happened to be your children's mom. So why did you not go be with the other woman? That's what I want to know. But anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section, or you can email me, and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel and become a channel member. Also, share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed, and I will see y'all soon on next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.